What is up, y'all? Jerry here, and we are back.
Another daily live stream. How we doing today? I just realized right as I was starting this, I didn't check my microphone and it was the wrong one. So it should be right now. I'm glad I sorted that, but amateur hours. I realized right as I was pressing live. My goodness. But we're gonna hop right in to some big dog roulette. Will it fill? It is a Sunday morning, 11:30 a.m. Waiting for 8. Not today. No big dog roulette today. But how about you say we start off with an eliminator? Waiting for 7. If anyone wants to join an eliminator, hopefully we can get it filled. Sometimes these can be a little tough, but maybe on a nice beautiful Sunday afternoon, we can get this one filled. Bit of a different schedule from my late night streams. Going to be streaming a little earlier this upcoming week, probably around 3 p.m. Pacific for the most part. So, different time this week. Tune in for that. I don't really want to wait all day for an eliminator. So, maybe we'll hop in to a little Wawa to get warmed up, waiting for one. That's more like it. We'll get to some eliminators a little later, maybe. We'll start in a Wawa. And we get pick 11. If anyone happened to sneak in here, probably doubt it. But how we doing? Carb Muffin, GM. Welcome. Beautiful Sunday morning, afternoon for a lot of you. I'm sure a lot of people are hungover right now. Maybe we can capitalize on that hungover plus EV. We do have quite a few non-badgers in here, which is interesting. Might be a fun draft. Some of these Wawas get a little crazy. We went live late last night, hopped in some of them, and there were some fun rooms. Drafted some good teams. Hopefully we can carry that over today. Some of these lower buy-ins, they get a little crazy. And the structure on this one is pretty nice. It's pretty top heavy, so you have to swing for the fences. 2 out of 12, 1 out of 9, 1 out of 6 for a 217 seat final. I like that it's 217, not too many. And then 30K up top. Pretty good amount for a little $4 buy-in. Don't mind that at all. So this draft started off pretty chalk. Jahmyr Gibbs, Bijan Robinson, Jamar Chase, Puka Nacua, and JSN. See if it gets a little interesting later in the draft, but this is a fun little tournament to do on stream. Easy for people to join. $4 entry, 25 entry max. It's almost 50% filled though. Almost 50% filled in just a few days. But I'm sure a lot of people have already maxed or come close to it. Maybe the slow draft bros have maxed it out. Could feel a little slower in the back end. All right, well, this draft is complete chalk for the first 8 picks. Maybe we're going to have to be the ones to spice it up. You know, if the whole room is just plain and boring and going with the top of ADP, maybe we're the ones who reach a little bit. Gene T goes, I don't have Law Jefferson. Do I want to share here? I mean, it's a $4 tournament. Let's take Jefferson. Someone finally went off ADP, took Gene T ahead of us at 10. James Cook off the board at 12. Am I interested in reaching up for a player? Let's just be boring. Let's take Saquon. Saquon Jefferson. Just 2 really good players. Sometimes it's just that simple. Take the good players. All right, Gene T. Hampton, couple second-year guys off the board. And let's see the drafts that we did last night. What we ended up with. Do I have to refresh? I swear I did some last night. There they are. Okay. I didn't really bother labeling these ones. Lil Caleb, Jordan Love, Sam Darnold. I remember I wish I didn't draft Jordan Love here. Jahmyr Gibbs, Jalen Warren, J.K. Dobbins, Isaiah Pacheco, Charbonnet, Jaden Blue. Pretty fun team right there. Devonta Smith, Rashee Rice, Jameson Williams, Michael Pittman Jr., Rashid Shaheed, Jalen McMillan, Keenan Allen, and then Loveland and Gesicki at tight end. It was a fun little team last night. These Wawas, they can get a little wild out here. Now, this draft, not getting too wild. Pretty chalky, pretty standard. Although we do just see Kyron go off the board at 23. So that's one that's pretty interesting. Kenneth Walker did fall to the Jonathan Taylor drafter. A little unique there. Nico Pickens off the board. But man, it feels strange streaming at this time now. Been used to streaming a lot later, as a lot of you know. And yeah, man, that's the shift work, you know. Times are gonna change. Got my brother's birthday dinner tonight, and then start work tomorrow at 6 a.m. So can't be doing any late night streams tonight. What's up? How we doing? You think Henry is at 9 is a reach for the eliminator? I mean, maybe a little bit. I think there's better players at 9. But if you want to just get unique, if you really like him, you want to get running backs, then why not? I think you can pretty much justify anything. Bro, don't compare yourself to Holland. You're way better looking than that dude. Hey, appreciate it. But he's a legend. All right, Zay Flowers off the board. Saquon Jefferson. This is a $4 entry. Let's get Malik Neighbors. I don't draft a ton of Malik Neighbors. Don't draft a ton of Jefferson. But let's mix it up a little bit today. Now, do I want to get another receiver? I like Tet. Interested in the running backs. Interested in getting weird and pulling up Loveland too. But let me get a receiver. Help cover for Neighbors early on. And then that can just be the strength of our team. But yesterday, I went downtown Vancouver. When Team Canada was playing, they had some outdoor viewings, and I wore my Erling Haaland uniform. Wow, Lamar Jackson, 39, with Zay Flowers. Okay. And, dude, hundreds of people taking, like, pictures with me or videos. It was an interesting experience, a lot of fun. But we out here drafting some real football. And, man, Loveland at 42 now with Bowers. I got some fun videos, too. So gonna be making a little compilation video of all that stuff yesterday. It was fun. What's up, shit, my bread? Got an NFL team. Detroit Lions. I'm a big Lions fan, and I am very biased. Maybe part of the reason I don't have a lot of Justin Jefferson, but yeah, big Detroit Lions fan. Have been for a long time. First Down Fantasy works with a dude that is Vietnam, and I showed him your stream and said you're going there. He said you're for sure cooked and will definitely be married before the end of the trip. Oh my goodness. I'm not going to Vietnam. Not Vietnam. I'm going to Japan, Taiwan, and Thailand. But it'll be an interesting time, man. It's actually only 4 months away now. I'm leaving in November for 5 weeks. That'll be a fun time. I still got a lot of planning to do for it too. But as it gets closer, we'll do more and more of that. It's exciting, man. I'm gonna try and like make some videos around that stuff too. Still got to keep up with my Detroit Lions and everything going on in the league, but I don't know how much football I'm actually going to be watching, which will be interesting because I don't know the last time I went like an extended part of an NFL season without watching a ton. Oh my goodness, what the fuck, Momo? Yo, my cat is nuts. Did y'all see that, Momo? Oh my goodness. He is excited for my trip as well. I guess. Shipyard's a Packers fan. Nice, dude. Hey, little rivalry there is always fun. Close enough. Your brother's still cooked. Dude, I have a coworker who went to Thailand and then got in a relationship. And man, they've been together for like, I don't know, a year now, maybe. Long distance. He's trying to move her out here. It's interesting. All right, this is the guy that reached on Lamar Jackson. Who are we going to get right here? A lot of receivers still here. David Montgomery would have been incredible. Rome Odunze goes, okay, I don't have a lot of Christian Watson either, so let's just take some guys that we don't have a lot of. Little anchor running back with Saquon, Jefferson, Neighbors, Tet, Christian Watson. Kind of a fun way to start a team. Now, would I be interested in Jadarian Price right here? Could take an elite tight end in Tyler Warren. Don't take a quarterback. Tyler Warren or Jadarian Price for me. Let's go with Jadarian Price on this team. I can get more tight ends later. Kind of a tier break at running back. A little upside swing. Seattle, Carolina, week 17 as well. I think it works on this team. Like when you look at my receivers, Justin Jefferson, Malik Neighbors, Tet, Christian Watson, all four of those quarterbacks are still available. I don't think I need a fifth receiver right here either. I think my top four are really strong. I can take Tyler Warren, but there's a lot of tight ends I like later. So getting another running back that has upside along with Saquon makes sense. This is a Chihuahua. This is a Chihuahua right now. Tried to join an eliminator, but was taking a little too long to fill. So we hopped in a Chihuahua. Little $4 draft. 30K up top. 30K, right? Yeah. I kind of like this tournament. Like 30K up top for a $4 entry is not too bad. The advance rate isn't, it's tough, but I kind of like that for a smaller seat final. I'd rather have 217 in the final than like 800. 2 out of 12, 1 out of 9, 1 out of 6, 217 in the final, 25 entry max. Kind of a fun one to do on stream. Just rip them off real quick. All right, man, Quentin Johnson. This price it's getting expensive. QJ at 73 is getting expensive. And I am completely blaming Flock Fantasy for that. No one touts him more than Flock. Oh my goodness. Gonna see those January streams with the Tiger walking around in the back. I don't know about that. I'm a disciplined man. And I got options. Now locking in on this draft. Wow, dude. Space NJ's pretty nice team. 1-2-4-0 JSN, AJ Brown, Devonta Smith, Mike Evans as the receivers, Cam Scatterbo, Chuba Hubbard, running backs, and then Jalen Hurts at 77 with Devonta Smith is pretty nice. Joe Burrow fell to 74 in this draft, went unstacked too to a guy who started 4 straight running backs. Wow. So this draft board is getting a little interesting. Now, what do I do here? Would I consider Justin Herbert? The thing is, I can get 2 quarterbacks with my next 2 picks. Would I be interested in a receiver or running back? Running back might be the move. I like Rico Dowdle. I like RJ Harvey. I think one of these guys is the pick to make. Let's take Rico on this team. Little 3 running back, 4 receiver start. Kind of fun. And now with this pick, Justin Herbert's still here. Alec Pierce, Cortland Sutton. Let's go Addison. Let's go Jordan Addison and double up on the Vikings receivers. Let's try this out. I don't build a lot of team like this. Usually you see me have at least 1 quarterback or tight end at this point, but starting 3 running backs, 5 receivers, let's just get really strong in the flex. Probably looking at a 3-5-7-3 for sure on this team. So I feel really good with the 3 running backs that I have and the 5 receivers, covering from Malik Neighbors early on as well. And I think we can land the plane at quarterback. We have a lot of options still available. In fact, all of our options are still available. Would be great if Jackson Dart were to fall back to us. That would be the dream. Running backs are starting to go too. Blake Corum, Kyle Monangai, J.K. Dobbins, all off the board in a row. We got this guy here in the 6th spot. Jonathan Taylor, Kenneth Walker, Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson, Devontae Adams, Jordan Tyson, DK Metcalf, Josh Downs. So very interesting. Also, just all skill position players. No onesies yet. Makes me feel good seeing a bunch of receivers off the board now too. Sam Laporta goes. This is good news for us. The guy before us has 2 quarterbacks. Riverhounds has Mahomes. Barry has 2. I think there is a good chance that we could get Jackson Dart on this team, possibly. See what space does right here. Goes with Michael Wilson. I'm scared to queue him up because every time I queue him up, he gets taken. Watch. I'm waiting for it. I'm also going to queue up Kyler Murray. I'm going to queue up Jordan Love. And I think I'm just looking at quarterbacks with this pick. Yeah, dude, exactly. I said it. I queue him up, and then he's going to get taken. That's all right. Okay, this guy at the turn doesn't have any Packers. So as long as Kyler doesn't get sniped for me or Jordan Love, I feel like I should be able to get both. Harold Fanning goes. Kenny Gainwell. So I'm going to take Kyler, stack him up with Jefferson and Jordan Addison, and then probably going to come back around and take Jordan Love right here. Oh my goodness, Momo. Oh my goodness. Why you chase your brother? Little rascals, dude. Man, Kyle Pitts is hard to pass up here, though. But I think I need to push on tight end, get my quarterback. Let's get Jordan Love. Baker already went too. Pretty fun start right here. I kind of like building this. Hey. These little rascal kitties are getting up to no good, man. Little shenanigans. What's going on with this lighting? Why is it so overexposed? Hello? Dude, this is like amateur hour right here. I'm trying to figure out this lighting. Okay, that's better. My goodness, dude. My goodness. Really fine with Prices or RB2. Yeah, I like Jadarian Price as my RB2 on this team. I don't have a ton of him, but on this team specifically, I think it makes sense. So I'm happy with it. We got Disbanded Brotherhood in here with the period. Yeah, I like how this is coming together. This guy here too, Colin. Fun team, 2260. Similar with me, just a little more extreme at running back and receiver. But then gets Dart and Bo Nix, both past ADP. Pretty fun right there. I got a little NFC North thing going on with Minnesota and Green Bay. Little Seattle, Carolina, Week 17. Don't think I have any other Week 17 matchups so far, but eh. All right, Jaden Higgins, Romeo Dobbs, Matthew Golden. Oh my goodness, the kitties. Momo's just going nuts out here. He's going nuts today, man. And then he just starts chilling. Oh, wow. These little rascals, dude, I'm telling you. Okay, we got to stay locked in on this draft still. All right, George Kittle, Dalton Kincaid, pair of tight ends off the board. Kittle fell to 120. He's been rising quite a bit, and this guy has Purdy and Pearsall as well, so pretty fun team to get Kittle on. Pairs him with Kincaid. Little reach, but why not? Good player. I like Kincaid. I think I'm a little underweight on Kincaid, but it's more so just because of other guys going around him. Why did DeMont go so late? I don't know, man. Sometimes I see him slip. A lot of people are hating on David Montgomery. I like him, though. I think he's just going to be good. I don't think he's washed. I think he was underutilized in Detroit the last couple years, so could just come in a little more fresh and with a chip on his shoulder as well. Opportunity to just be the guy, be the bell cow. He's already getting reports as being the bell cow. And with how bad CJ Stroud looked at times last year, having to rely on him to pass, I think they're really going to want to enter this year establishing the run, taking some of the weight off of him to make his job easier. So I really like Dave Montgomery. They traded a lot for him too. He was expensive. All right, Isaiah Likely's off the board. I think I'm going to get my first tight end right here. Give me Dallas Goedert. Tight ends are going. I don't want to get completely boxed out. I really like Goddard. And we have Saquon. And then if I can get my favorite player, I'll be happy and take him here. Rashid Shaheed, come on down as my wide receiver 6. Another piece of the Seattle offense. They're still going to be a competitive team next year, very much so, even with possibly a weaker run game. Seattle involving Rashid Shaheed more, building chemistry with Darnold. I like it. Expanded workload. Shit My Bread has a lot of Monty. I do as well. I have a lot of David Montgomery, and I realized I also have a lot in Best Ball Mania specifically. Montgomery, I have 11.3% David Montgomery. But in Best Ball Mania, I have 18.7. And in the 101 Dalmatian, 2 out of 3 of my teams in the 101 have David Montgomery. So my percentage is only like 11.7, but I have a lot more dollars invested in him in Best Ball Mania and the 101 Dalmatian, because 2 of my 101 Dalmatians, I got pick 4 and pick 5, And the way the board fell, I just started 3 straight receivers because that's just where the value is at. And when I do that, Dave Montgomery is my favorite running back to take. And in the 101 Dalmatian draft, I'm not going to try and push it to the 5th round, so I just took him in the 4th. Love me some Demo. What's up, Hallie? How we doing? Great to see you in here. Happy Sunday to you. We're in a Chihuahua right now. We're in a Wawa, and we're cooking up a fun team. We got 2-3-6-1, Kyler Murray, Jordan Love at quarterback, running backs Saquon, Jadarian Price, Rico Dowdle, receivers Justin Jefferson, Malik Neighbors, Tedero McMillan, Christian Watson, Jordan Love, Rashid Shaheed, and then Dallas Goedert as our lone tight end. I like it quite a bit. Pretty fun team. Feel really strong at receiver. Going to stop at 7 for sure. And then looking at 5 running backs, probably 3 quarterbacks, but honestly, Kyler and Love, I can stop at 2 if I want. So I'm not going to force a 3rd quarterback. Not going to force a 3rd. If I could take 6 running backs instead of 3 quarterbacks, might do that. Yeah, happy Sunday. Fun quarterback duo. I like it as well. And I also don't have a lot of Jefferson, and I don't have a lot of Christian Watson. So getting these guys on the same team with the same quarterbacks is kind of a fun way to play that for my portfolio as well. Now, one quarterback I can look at is Bryce Young if I want a 3rd. I do have Tet, so I don't know if I need 6 running backs on this team. Might be interested in this 3rd quarterback right here. I don't know if I would try and push it either. Although this guy is Josh Allen Baker. I doubt he would take Bryce Young. But is there someone I would really want like much more? Tajay Spears is kind of interesting. Let's push it a little bit. Let's take Tajay first. Just looking at the running backs, Jonah Coleman, Zach Charbonnet, Tank Bigsby, Brian Robinson. I like Tank, but I have Saquon, so I don't want him. Brian Robinson feels a little expensive at 158. He might fall back. I know I did pass on the tight ends, but I'd rather be strong at 5 running backs than stronger with the 3 tight ends, if that makes sense. So I got my 3rd quarterback in Bryce Young, stacked up with Tedero McMillan. We have Kyler stacked up with Jefferson and Addison, and then Jordan Love stacked up with Christian Watson. Running backs, we have 4, Saquon, Jadarian Price, Rico Dowdle, Tajay Spears. Getting Spears here, he's a guy that can give me floor and has some upside too. So as my 4, it makes me feel comfortable enough stopping at 5. And then I can get tight ends that I like later. Probably going to take a receiver around 18. I don't know if I can afford one with my next couple picks. I think round 18 is where I'll take my last receiver. And I don't know who that'll be yet. Tank Bigsby's been steaming up draft boards too. Goes at 159 here. I think he's my highest drafted running back. Let me check. I'm pretty sure, though, Tank Bigsby is my highest drafted running back. He is 23.2%. Y'all know I drafted a lot of Tracy and C-Rod early. I've really been backing off a lot more. I've taken some when they fall a little bit, but got a lot of Kalen Black too. Just taking a dart throw on him in round 18 because he's not really being drafted by many people. But if he hits, he'll hit. Yeah, took Tajay Spears, Rico Dowdle, a lot of players that I just sort of like in those ranges. Now, if one of these 2 receivers fall back to me, I might not be able to pass up. Would be really fun if Brian Robinson or Dylan Sampson come back. And definitely going to be looking at tight ends. I'm either taking one running back, one tight end with this pick, or two tight ends, actually. I don't even know if I can afford Debo or Trey Harris on this team. I don't know if it really helps me all that much. Dylan Sampson goes. Who does this guy have at tight end at the turn? This guy at the turn has Hunter Henry and Juwan Johnson. Oh, dang. Terrence Ferguson, 172. Greg Dulcich went 165 as well. So these tight ends getting pulled up. Dalton Schultz, 167. Gunnar Helm, 170. I feel like this is a trend recently where these late round tight ends are getting pulled up more and more, where people are starting to just feel more comfortable clicking them. They want their tight ends and they pull them up. I can't really blame them either because the rest of the guys that are going around in like 15 plus, they don't really matter. I mean, y'all saw last night on stream. I did the same thing. I pulled up Terrence Ferguson in round 15. Okay, it might be tough to pass on Debo at 179 if he's available, but I really like AJ Barner as my second tight end. Okay, Debo goes. This guy still only has one quarterback in Lamar. Come on now. Who you taking? Mumu goes Gino. I'm taking Barner. We have 3 pieces of the Seattle offense, which is a lot, but with the prices that we got them and what their ceilings are, I think they're pretty good picks. And definitely, yeah, Pat Fryermuth is the pick right here. I don't think I can debate that. Tight ends are just completely dry after Pat Fryermuth. No one else feels relatively comfortable. So Dallas Goedert, AJ Barner, Pat Fryermuth feels really strong at tight end. Kyler Love, Bryce Young, really strong at quarterback. Saquon, Jadarian Price, Rico Dowdle, Tajay Spears. Running back is probably my thinnest room, but at the same time, this is a top-heavy contest with a cheap entry. So I'm going to swing for the fences a bit. Gain Saquon. Feels good as my anchor. And then the upside in Pierce. Rico Dowdle. He can have floor and a lot of upside too. Similar with Tajay Spears. Receivers feel great with the 6 that I have. Justin Jefferson, Malik Neighbors, Tedro McMillan, Christian Watson, Jordan Addison, Rashid Shaheed. There's a ton of spike weeks in here. Ton of spike week guys. And if they happen in the right week, stacked with our quarterbacks, that feels really good. And I think we have enough depth behind Neighbors to cover for him if he starts off the season slow. And then Goddard, Barner, Pat Fryermuth, tall glass of milk at tight end, but feels really strong. So we're going to end off with one running back and one receiver. And I think it's going to feel pretty good for this team. Now I'm going to start taking a look at guys that I want. I don't want to fumble this draft. Jaden Blues, the running back I've been clicking recently, if he's available round 17, round 18. Ray Davis is always kind of fun. I think Justice Hill would actually be good on this team too. Maybe even a Marshawn Lloyd with Jordan Love. Been interested in a few shares of Marshawn Lloyd too. I think I took my first one yesterday. So could be a player I'm looking at. Jaden Blue is off the board. Let's look at receivers. Receivers don't feel so great down here. Pat Bryant is a name that I've been clicking recently. Jalen Noel is a player I like. Kayshon Boutte, I like. Tyquan Thornton down here is a fun click as well. Keenan Allen, if we want someone steady that's not really being drafted. And this is a time box tournament, so that could be fun. Christian Kirk, Lil Steady Eddie. Chris Brazzle Dazzle if we want another piece of Carolina. Ton of options. Hard to really have a favorite. Yeah, I'm going to try and hop in an eliminator after this. Actually, let's hop in one now and see if we can fill it. or see where it's at. I'm going to hop in an eliminator. We are waiting for 5. So hopefully this fills by the time this Chihuahua is over. All right, running backs, we have Ray Davis, Justice Hill, Marshawn Lloyd available. Ray Davis is taken. Lloyd Hill. I mean, Marshawn Lloyd's kind of just a fun click. Has done nothing in the league, though. George Halani off the board. Justice Hill or Marshawn Lloyd. I don't know if I can take Lloyd on this team. I think Justice Hill is the better click for this team specifically. I want a guy that can give me at least some points at running back. And now receivers. Pat Bryant has been a fun click recently. Kind of in on it. I don't have a week 10 buy at receiver. Let's do it. So we finished with a 3-5-7-3. Let's check in on this eliminator. Okay, the eliminator has filled. All right, sweet. Let's do a quick recap. What pick are we? Pick 7 in the eliminator. Okay. We have a 3-5-7-3. Quarterbacks, Kyler Murray, Jordan Love, Bryce Young. Running backs, Saquon Barkley, Jadarian Price, Rico Dowdle, Tajay Spears, Justice Hill. Receivers, Justin Jefferson, Malik Neighbors, Tedro McMillan, Christian Watson, Jordan Addison, Rashid Shaheed, and Pat Bryant. And then tight ends, Dallas Goedert, AJ Barner, Pat Freiermuth. I mean, the team feels great. It's kind of fun, actually, starting really strong at running back and really strong at receiver, and then pushing the onesies when I have the stacks available. I think it worked out pretty well. Feel really good about that team. And now we're in the eliminator. It has started. We're just going right for it, man. Jamar Chase at 4 in this. Puka gets pulled up. We got Carb Muffin in here on the clock at pick 5. Underzet in here at pick 9. How we doing? Big old kitties at the 12. Y'all know we love some big old kitties. And there's 3 players I'm interested in right here. Jonathan Taylor is interesting too, but I don't know how strong he's going to start the season, which kind of worries me a little bit. And I'm actually just going to lean into, man, I really like St. Brown. We can get like receiver values later, though. That's the thing. That's what makes it tough. But I really think there is still a big advantage in having an elite receiver in the eliminator, especially someone who's as consistent as Amon-Ra St. Brown. So I like him. I like him a lot. Hallie took his first Keenan Allen share with a 9 wide receiver team with Daniel Jones as one of his quarterbacks. Hope that's where he ends up. I think I did that in a draft yesterday. I think it was a Best Ball Mania. Let's take a look. What's up, Christos? Any DK today? Maybe we will hop in on DK after this eliminator. I'd be kind of down for a DK draft after. Mix it in on a Sunday afternoon. But let me look. Was this a Best Ball Mania that I did last night? Yeah. I did this one last night on stream. Took Daniel Jones here at 149 because I needed a second quarterback having only Joe Burrow. And I knew I wanted the Zaza with Bowers. So then round 18, I took Keenan Allen, thinking maybe he ends up in Indy. Rumored to go there. I think it makes sense on this team as my 7. We have Zachariah Branch, Jalen McMillan, who can be some younger upsides, and then really solid room overall. We went full 0 RB too, with Ramondre, Rico, Dobbins, Aaron Jones, JCM, Tank Bigsby. But I think it kind of works. So fun team we drafted last night. All right, I'm on the clock in the eliminator. Came back just in time, and Chase Brown is here. I'm taking him. I'm not scared of having 2 week 6 buys. I know some other people might be scared, but I'm not. Now, here's the question. Would I rather have Ashton Jeanty and AJ Brown or Amon-Ra St. Brown and Chase Brown? Or Jonathan Taylor, AJ Brown, or St. Brown, Chase Brown, or Drake London? I don't know. Chase Brown feels good, but Jonathan Taylor and Jeanty, they do just have a much higher ceiling than Chase Brown. So it's tough. And seeing where the other running backs go, like Javonte goes at 19, Breece Hall goes at 21. Like running backs just get pushed up like crazy in the eliminator sometimes. People get really desperate. Big old kitties. There's a lot of teams with 2 running back starts, 5 of them actually. Saquon Henry, James Cook, Kenneth Walker, Jeanty Achan, Taylor Hampton, and then McCaffrey Javonte. Javonte in the second just does not feel good to me, man. Like, I know running backs are important, but that one's a little tough for me. The middle of round 2, maybe at like the turn feels a little better. But I don't know right there. ETN's kind of someone who can give you some value. Carve Muffin, getting Jeremiah Love. Yeah, snap click right there. Easy. ETN goes off the board too. I think I'm just going to be stronger at receiver. I'm getting more early bye weeks too, but let's take Rashee Rice. Let's take Rashee Rice and try and be a little strong at receiver. We're in the middle of the draft board, so maybe we can get some falling values at other positions later. And I think it's still good to be strong at receiver. Hopefully his knee is okay. But getting Jacobs right here, like, could be good, but I don't know, man. It doesn't feel that great. The vibes aren't that great. David Montgomery, I like a ton, but in the third round, just feels a little expensive to force a running back. So Rashee Rice, I think he's in a different tier at receiver than Zay Flowers, Chris Olave. I think he has a higher ceiling. So I'm going to go with him. We do have a lot of early bye weeks, which is going to be tough. But if we get past them, then we're going to have a much stronger team with everyone else who has later bye weeks. So there's an advantage there too. Anchor running back feels good in the eliminator. Yeah, it definitely does. Even having 2 running backs to start really does feel good. Because like this guy at the turn, I mean, he started 2 running backs and then went Wilson Scatterbo. But getting 2 running backs and 2 receivers, especially in the back half of the draft, because if you just look at the prices of these running backs, they're really not much different from Best Ball Mania and like other style tournaments. But when you look at the running backs that usually go in round 3, round 4, round 5, they get way pushed up. So for where the value is, oh man, it's tough for me not to take Tet right here. But I know I need to take Swift. I need to take Swift on this team. I really like Tet a lot more, but I would also have another week 5 bye with Rashee Rice. And when I already have 2 week 6 buys, I don't know if I want to invest that much in early bye weeks. So let's get another running back. We've seen them get taken off the board really early in this. What's up, Kurt? How we doing? How long going to be on? Just finishing up work. I don't think we're going to go too long today. I think I'll do one more draft after this, but that might be it. Gonna hop on over to DraftKings after this, maybe. But it's our first eliminator today. See a little double tight end. And yeah, it is Well, it was my brother's birthday 2 days ago, and then celebrating that with the family tonight. So, got to, take care of some things beforehand as well. But, yeah, we're gonna be streaming with Kurt one day next week. Or this upcoming week, we're gonna be streaming with Kurt. Y'all know we love having Kurt on the channel. Ripping some eliminators too, because we draft some shippers together. We draft some shippers. I know he's not gonna be happy that I took St. Brown over Jeanty, but I'm still gonna do it sometimes. I have a bag of Jeanty too, though. And my goodness, Tony Pollard goes at pick 50. Wow. That's a little expensive. That's why we took Swift at 42. We need another running back. And Benny Jett going with a full 0 RB, Puka, A.J. Brown, Trey McBride, Loveland, Lamar Jackson. Very, very interesting build right there. It feels like a good time to draft the Eliminator, man. It really does. Now, the question is, okay, Carve Muffin takes Malik Neighbors. I was going to say, would I take him at 55? It's still a bit of a tough click. But I am going to take Bashal Tootin. Waddle's really nice here too, but I want another running back. Seeing where they've been going, I don't want to get boxed out. And Toot Toot at 55 feels like a good value in the Eliminator. So I'm going to take him. Waddle is tough to pass up on right there. But I have St. Brown and Rashee Rice, who both of them can just start every week. Get yourself up to 10% Manungai before you're done. You're on a quest. You like the Kyle Manungai later, huh? Interesting. Neighbors felt so uncomfortable but couldn't pass up the value. Waddle was your top guy. Yeah, that's a little tough. Like, I think I might take Waddle over Neighbors still. Just because we know Waddle's healthy and that's really important. He also still has a high ceiling. Whereas Neighbors, it's tough. But at the same time, when you have JSN, Drake London, and Tedero McMillan, you can probably get by until Malik Neighbors comes back if the rest of your team hits well. Like, if I'm you, I'm pushing receiver for the rest of the draft pretty far and then got to load up on running backs and the onesies, especially with Jeremiah Love, who might start off a little slow just because he's a rookie. Now, with this pick, this is tough. Special K, what you doing? I think I might take him. Receivers have been going. I only have 2. None of the quarterbacks here stack up with me. I don't think I'm too desperate for it. So let's get our dude. Let's get Parker Washington. We're getting more early bye weeks. We have Tootin as well. Little double Jags. Kurt Rambis saying Ayuk is officially unclickable. Yeah, I didn't see that video until like after I got off stream last night. Some people were telling me about it. And that's not good. He might be on his Antonio Brown a little bit. Not good. Carve Muffin, 30% Waddle and under 1% Neighbors. Damn. Is that like overall or just in the Eliminator? Waddle is someone that I've been wanting more exposure to as well. Just because I've been hearing really good reports about him. And I don't have much of him because I was clicking JMO over him. I was clicking Mike Evans, clicking Adams, Terry, all of these guys I was clicking before Jalen Waddle. So I haven't ended up with too much of him. I think I have like 5%. All right, Caleb Williams, Jalen Hurts off the board. Seeing the quarterbacks go, Rico Dowdle, more running backs. But with the 3 that I have, I feel pretty solid. Chase Brown, Swift, Tootin. All these guys catch passes too. All of them have different bye weeks. All of our receivers have different bye weeks. Now, I have a lot of options with what I can do here. I think I'm just going to take Jordan Tyson. 79. We can afford some upside at receiver. I think we have a lot of other quarterbacks still available. Let's try it out. I don't really take Jordan Tyson. I don't take a lot of the rookies early in the eliminator, but on this team, I think it makes sense. Plus, look at our bye weeks now. 5, 6, 7, 8. Incredible. Justin Herbert off the board right after, so that's good news for us. Okay, Trevor Lawrence does go. That's unfortunate. I was hoping maybe Trevor Lawrence is going to come back to us at pick 90 because this guy with Brian Thomas took Herbert, and they both have week 7 buys. But at the same time, I still have a lot of quarterbacks available to stack, and I'm not too desperate to stack in the eliminator as it is. But I think I do need to take my first quarterback with my next pick. Although, receiver, the value might just be there too. Kyle Monangai, do we take Kyle Monangai for our boy Ramby? I don't know. Blake Corum, RJ Harvey off the board. A lot of running backs are going. Dobbins already gone too. So maybe we do get a Monangai on this team. But if the value is just at receiver, I might just take receiver. The thing is, receivers just keep on falling. Like when you can get guys like Wandale, Jacoby, Pearsall, 20 picks later, it makes it a little tough. Jackson Dart, Kyle Monangai off the board, Brock Purdy. Quarterbacks are going. Chris Godwin gone now too. Man, there's a lot of receivers I like here, a lot of running backs too. I'm gonna take another running back. I'm gonna take Gainwell. You know, in our last draft that we just did in the Chihuahua, we tried going really strong at running back, really strong at receiver, and then pushing quarterback, pushing tight end. And I really like the way it turned out. So let's try that again in this draft. Running backs have just been going like crazy. Like, look, after I take Gainwell, Rachaad White and Aaron Jones snap off the board. So getting Gainwell here, I feel confident stopping at 5 running backs too. And with the 4 receivers I have, I'm confident stopping at 7. So getting 3 quarterbacks, 3 tight ends, I think will work well for this team. And man, Mekhi Lemon picked 93. Pretty nice right there. And Aaron Jones is who, Carb Muffin is who took Aaron Jones right off the board. Can't really blame you. You have Swift already? Not this team, just saying in general. Oh, right. Yeah. Good point with Monangai. I kind of forgot I had Swift on this team. Like, I think teammates at running back could be useful in the eliminator. Depending on who your other running backs are, I think it could work. And we see Kyler off the board right here. Very interesting. Ricky Pearsall. Tucker Kraft does go a little later in this, which I think is fair. He might start off the season pretty slow. Tucker Kraft, not really a guy I'm targeting much. Carb Muffin wanted Rachaad White, but couldn't pass, not getting a running back. Yeah, I don't blame you at all. And okay, perfect. I get Patrick Mahomes coming back to me to stack up with Rashee Rice. So I'm very happy that I took Kenny Gainwell. I think that worked out very well for us because if I didn't take Kenny Gainwell, I probably would have taken Mahomes. Just looking at the receivers and the receivers I have, I didn't feel like I needed to draft one with that pick. So it was Gainwell or Mahomes. End up getting both. Absolutely love when that happens. See Harold Fanning, Kyle Pitts off the board. Would have loved if one of those guys came back to me. so I could still get an elite level tight end as well. Laporta is still here, though. All right, Wandale off the board. Okay, I'm locked in right now. There's a couple players I really want. And hoping some of them come back to me. Like Underzet, I already know you know, okay? I know you know. Chill out. All right. Let's see who's available. There's a bunch of quarterbacks, which is really good for us. And okay. Goff and Laporta both go. Those are the two players I wanted the most. I can take Shuck to stack with Tyson. But out of all these guys here, I like Baker the most. We, I guess, get a stack with Kenny Gainwell, which I think isn't bad at all. And I just like Baker Mayfield the most. So I'm going to take him. I think he's a little underpriced, a little undervalued, a little underrespected. And we're seeing a bunch of quarterbacks go now. Wow. But now I have Mahomes and Baker at quarterback holding it down. Started 4 running backs, 4 receivers. Don't have any tight ends yet, too. So got to keep that in mind. Because sometimes I push it a little too far at tight end. Sometimes I get a little over my skis. And this guy right here, Benny Jett, with a great fall on Stafford to pair up with Puka. But he still only has 2 running backs and Ramondre Stevenson and Rico Dowdle through 10 rounds. Little tough for this tournament if you want to make it far. See who he takes for the rest of the draft, but that's a little tough. Jordan Mason, Tyrone Tracy off the board, followed by Matthew Golden. I like seeing the running backs and receivers go now. I'm definitely targeting quarterback, tight end, although I do still need some more receivers. I'm only going to take one more running back, but I got some guys I can possibly take. Now, I don't think my next pick is going to be quarterback. There's no one here really worth taking. Malik Willis, Sam Darnold, Cam Ward. Carb Muffin does take the guy I wanted. I would have taken Travis Kelce. Would have been a really fun click right there. George Kittle off the board too. So I think I am going to take my first tight end right here. Kincaid or Goddard. Let's go with Goddard on this team. I think Goddard feels good as my first tight end. The only other week 10 buys that I have are Gainwell and Swift and Baker, I guess. I think Goddard feels better as my one than Kincaid does. Kincaid definitely has more upside, but Goddard, especially early on in Philly, like their receiver room is new, right? Like Wicks is new, Mekhi Lemon's new. Who else did they add? Elijah Moore, Hollywood Brown. All these guys are new, right? It's going to take time to develop chemistry with Jalen Hurts. So maybe he really just leans on Goddard early and Devonta Smith. So in the eliminator, give me Dallas Goedert over Kincaid likely. I would take him over Kittle as well. But Travis Kelce I would have taken with a stack with Mahomes. How we doing, Chris? Welcome. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Now, looking at our team right here, we have a lot of options on what we can do, which feels good. And looking at the tight ends, feels pretty dry right here. I love Chig, but he's getting expensive. And I don't know if I want round 12 Chig right now. I don't have a lot of Casey Concepcion. Pick 138 is kind of nice. but I think I'm interested in just taking my third quarterback and being done. Darnold goes. I think Cam Ward's just a pick. I don't care too much about stacks. He does have a different bye week. I want 3 quarterbacks on this team for sure. And then just looking at the other guys, Bryce Young, Aaron Rodgers, Geno, Mendoza. I don't think any of them really work for this team. So give me Cam Ward. Now I'm done at quarterback with Mahomes, Baker as well. Need to catch up at receiver and tight end for sure. But I think we can do that. I'm really liking how this team is coming together. Chig does go. Hunter Henry goes as well. So would love to see some more tight ends fall back to us. Okay, Jalen McMillan off the board. Stephon Diggs. The missile. Tyler Algier. Okay. Man, Casey Concepcion is still there. I don't like him. But at 151, I'd probably take him. Although, good chance he gets taken ahead of us. And yeah, there he goes. 146. I mean, that's a totally fine price. He was a first-round receiver. Isaiah Pacheco off the board now, 2. Jalen Naylor. Hardly know her. Now, this is an interesting pick. I think I know what I need to do, though. I think tight end is the right move. I don't want to get completely boxed out. I know I'm a little thin at receiver, but I'm leaning in heavy to my top guys. This is 3 pieces of Jacksonville, though. Whatever. Let's take Brenton Strange. We have Strange, Parker Washington, and Bashal Tutin, so just really buying into this Jags offense. Good news is, though, there are only Week 7 buys. We don't have any other teams with Week 7 buys. So that works out pretty well. One more running back, one more tight end, a few more receivers. Hopefully we can get some to fall to us. We are in the middle of the board at least, so that's where you want to be to try and scoop up falling value at receiver. But, man, Adonai Mitchell goes at 150. That's tough for me. 80 Mitchell, 150 is a little tough. Maybe he's trying to set up Geno Smith at 163. I don't know. That's a bit of a tough pick. Dalton Schultz off the board. Tight end starting to get pushed up a little bit. Interesting spot to take him. I guess because he had CJ Stroud is why he took Dalton Schultz, but I don't know. I don't think it's necessary to force the stack in this tournament. I really don't think you have to. Deebo Samuel off the board. Okay, let's look at this trap board. Some nice tight ends still here. Some nice running backs and receivers too. Underzet takes Omar Cooper. That probably would have been my pick. And man, Juwan Johnson's going to be kind of tough to pass up on. Do I take Juwan Johnson? Do I take Denzel Boston? Could take another running back here too, but just give me the tight end. Give me Juwan Johnson. We have Jordan Tyson as well. A little New Orleans team correlation there too. I have a 3-4-4-3 team. Wow, very, very different kind of build for me. But I think for the Eliminator specifically, it really can work. 3-4-4-3, Patrick Mahomes, Baker Mayfield, Cam Ward. Solid at quarterback. Don't have any stacks with Ward. Don't need to. Running backs, Chase Brown, DeAndre Swift, Bashal Tootin, Kenny Gainwell. Feels really solid, and all these guys catch passes, which we really like in fantasy. Receivers, St. Brown, Rashee Rice, Parker Washington, Jordan Tyson. It's thin, but having St. Brown and Rice really helped this team. And then Parker Washington, taking him as our third, hoping he is just a wide receiver 1 in Jacksonville. And then Tyson, I mean, 8th overall pick in the draft, I think. That's kind of just what we're betting on with where we got him. And if he hits, then having him as our 4 feels really good. So, wow, I've taken 3 straight quarterbacks and 3 straight receivers, or sorry, tight ends. 3 straight quarterbacks, 3 straight tight ends with my last 6 picks. Very, very interesting. Only looking at running backs and receivers now. And unfortunately, all of the receivers I would have been interested in got taken. So maybe I should have pushed tight end. Because like someone like AJ Barner is still here. And the receivers are dead. Yeah, maybe I should have just taken a Judy. Maybe I should have just taken Denzel Boston. One of the Browns guys. Tough. I think I just take a running back. I'm going to go with Brian Robinson. Just kidding. I'm going to go with Zachariah Branch. I want a rookie with upside. Give me Branch. I don't typically like to build my receiver room like this in the Eliminator. I like to be a little stronger than this, but I think it makes sense when I'm trying to do this to also just try and lean on the rookies being good. And Branch and Tyson, these guys can both be impact starters from day 1. So having them, I think we can tell ourselves a story with that. But maybe I should have taken a receiver instead of Juwan and then gotten AJ Barner on the way back, because I still really like Barner too. But we'll see if we can land this plane. I think we can. Running back starting to look a little thin as well. Some tough clicks out here. Big old kitties, what we doing? Takes George Halani. Hopefully we're landing this plane, man. Getting a little nervous if we are. But at the same time, we're just really leaning into our early investments and then feeling strong at our onesies too. Like, is this a Calvin Ridley-ass team? Okay, never mind. Calvin Ridley even gets taken. Wow, receivers are going. Now, see what Special K does, but I think Sharps is the click. I think we can get by with our 4 running backs. Sharps is 22 picks past ADP. I think our top 4 can carry us further, and then Sharps can help us out late when he comes back. Now we're going to be looking at 2 more receivers. I think that makes sense. And I know Rambus would approve. Rambus would approve of the Zach Charbonnet. Okay, Braylon Allen off the board. Sean Tucker. Glad to see the running backs going. Y'all can have them. Save the receivers for me. I should probably start thinking about who I want. Brandon Ayuk seems undraftable now. I kind of just want steady points early on this team. Like Christian Kirk would feel good. Pat Bryant is someone I'm interested in. I'm just looking at vets right now. I don't care about a stack with Cam Ward. I'm not looking at that. I'm not looking at a stack for Baker. Not interested there. I am looking at bye weeks because I don't want to be too overlapped. I don't mind overlapping a couple, but I don't want to have 3 players with the same bye week at receiver. Jeremy goes. Let's take Pat Bryant. Yeah, he's kind of just been the guy I've been clicking lately. At the end of receivers, at the end of drafts for receivers. Just like Denver, they spread the ball around a lot. He was a rookie last year. Got talked up quite a bit by Sean Payton. So maybe he develops more into a role. What's up, Jay Shambo? How we doing? Damn, Erling. Drafting right before the game. Hey, that's how we stay locked in, okay? That's how we stay locked in. Even though it starts in, 19 minutes? We'll stay locked in out here, man. And now one more pick. All of my bye weeks are different at receiver. So if I have one overlapping, doesn't really matter. I think Christian Kirk would be pretty fun. Keenan Allen would be an interesting pick too. Actually, I think I would take Keenan Allen first. That would be kind of fun. Hopefully it doesn't get sniped from me now after I say that. Kayshon Boutte's worth queuing up as well. And Jalen Noel. I'll take one of these guys. Troy Franklin off the board. Christian Kirk goes. Mike Gesicki. Evan Ingram goes to Underzet. And yeah, I'm taking one more receiver. Keenan Allen, Kayshon Boutte, Jalen Noel. I think this is a Keenan Allen-ass team. I think it's a perfect fit for Keenan Allen, especially with where I took Tyson and Branch. Let's go ahead and do that. I think it's a pretty fun team. And I think it can work. If things break right, I think it works. We have a 3-5-7-3. Patrick Mahomes, Baker Mayfield, Cam Ward at quarterback. Running backs, Chase Brown, DeAndre Swift, Bachel Tutin, Kenny Gainwell, Zach Charbonnet. Receivers, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Rashee Rice, Parker Washington, Jordan Tyson, Zachariah Branch, Pat Bryant, and then Keenan Allen. Tight ends, Dallas Goedert, Brenton Strange, Juwan Johnson. I like it. I think it works pretty well. Our bye weeks are all spread out. I do have 3 Jacksonville Jaguars. I have 2 Saints. But I think that's totally fine. And unstacked with the quarterback, I think that's all right. Pretty fun draft right here. Some money, I think you shouldn't be drafting. You're supposed to be playing against Brazil right now. Hey, we live in 2 dimensions at the same time, okay? I can time travel. I can be in 2 places at once. Don't worry about it. The hat trick is coming. All right. Don't even sweat it. Don't even sweat it. Now, what do you say we hop in another draft? But what draft do I want to do? What draft do we want to do? Can we hop in a big dog? Is it going to fill? Oh my goodness, waiting for 3. Okay, that was close. Wow, that was the closest one. Oh my goodness. That was the closest one. Waiting for 3 in the big dog. My goodness. Carve Muffin asking for some DK. Could rip a DK draft. People are down in the DK streets. Let me just think about time real quick. Yeah, you know what? Let's rip a DK. Let's rip a DK. Hop in a Millie Maker. Oh, don't do the location thing. Oh, did it work? Oh, it worked. Okay. Waiting for 5. All right. I gotta use the bathroom. Okay. So we're gonna play our intro song while I go to the bathroom. Be right back.
Get ready! It's time for Jerry Football! Let's go! You don't want to miss out! Come on and
All right. We're back. Man, I lost a ton of viewers doing that. People don't like the bathroom breaks, man. Hey, do me a favor, go down, hit that like button for me, subscribe if you are new. We are here streaming every single day, having a great time doing it. And yeah, long bathroom break, but you know what? We wash our hands, okay? I wash my hands. Christos in at 12. Love to see it. Whatever you do, make sure you start 3083. Yeah, dude, that's the new meta. By bathroom, you mean head out to the tunnel to face Brazil, see you at halftime. Yeah. This is my body double drafting for me now. Or Erling's body double, I should say. We got Schoolboy DQ in here as well. More 52. How we doing, boys? Christos in here at 12. I got pick 3 in this draft. And look at this. We're drafting right next to Michael Jordan. We're drafting next to Michael Jordan himself. That is incredible. So we're on DraftKings now. Few things different in this tournament as we usually go over as we do it. $3 million up top in this one. $2 million to second. $1 million to third. Pretty fun tournament. 1,089 seat final. 2 out of 12, 1 out of 12, 1 out of 12. So it's actually easier to make the final in this DK Millie than it is Best Ball Mania. Gibbs goes at 1, as expected. I'm taking whoever follows me, Bijan Chase. Although in full point PPR, there really is an argument for Chase over Bijan. Bijan catches a lot of passes too, but Chase can get like 15 catches in a game. Michael Jordan taking his sweet time. These 30-second clocks, they can feel like a long time sometimes. We're taking Ja'Marr Chase. Not going to waste any time right there. Puka Nacua goes off right after. So, yeah, fast picks are definitely appreciated in this when it's 30-second clocks. Because it can make it take so long, man. So long. Yeah, dude, the real Michael Jordan drafting next to the real Erling Haaland. It is celebrities row out here, man. And don't get distracted. We got Marcus Steele out here. If y'all know Marcus Steele, oh, dude, you're missing out. But it's a fun start. Anytime I get Ja'Marr Chase, I'm going to be happy. Although it is tougher to get Joe Burrow and Ja'Marr Chase together in DraftKings, unless you want to reach on Burrow, because his ADP is 59. A little earlier here, and getting him at pick 70 doesn't always happen because you can get sniped pretty often at quarterback in DraftKings. These rooms can get wild. They can be really weak at times. They can be really strong at times. And you never really know. So nothing crazy has really happened so far in this draft. Looks pretty chalky. Christian McCaffrey is definitely a nice pick in full point PPR here. The other night, I got Justin Jefferson at pick 15, and I got Jonathan Taylor at pick 10. Those are some of the starts that you can get in DraftKings. It felt incredible. Jonathan Taylor and Justin Jefferson together. Absolutely loved it. Chase Brown gets pulled up here to pick 13, so that's a little unique right there. Always fun to see some unique picks. All right, Heelskins goes with Hampton at 14. So Saquon's still on the board. Kenneth Walker, AJ Brown, Drake London. And one thing about DraftKings, man, it makes me really realize how much I like the little line that Underdog added this year. That tells you like where you're picking next. I like that a lot, man, from Underdog. And drafting on DraftKings kind of makes me miss it. I mean, there's a lot of things. Like the DraftKings draft experience is so much worse. The colors are gross. Like the draft board isn't as nice. Your team is not very organized. But man, I'm out here to win money too, okay? And if I can get paid, then I'm going to be playing some DraftKings drafts. And I've had some pretty sweet teams so far, so that feels good. Now, if I could get Achane at 22 with Chase, oh my goodness, dude. Incredible. Jamar Chase, Devon Achane. This is what we're talking about. All right, full point PPR as well. Chase and Achane, full point PPR, both absolutely smash. I'm loving this start. Very, very fun. And lets us really kind of do whatever we want with this next pick as well. We'll see what Michael Jordan does. Took Nico Collins. This guy might be on auto. That's the thing. If he takes Rashee Rice and the whole clock, he might be on auto because I think in DraftKings, you have to wait 6 auto picks. Oh, okay. He's not on auto. But takes Rashee Rice. I would have liked Rashee Rice. But on this team, I think I'm going to go with Jeremiah Love. Let me get another running back with a ton of upside. I know receivers are really valuable in this full point PPR, but having Jamar Chase makes me feel a little more comfortable pushing them. And now I feel really strong with my 2 anchor running backs. Just betting on the late season upside of Jeremiah Love, because I really think Jeremiah Love is going to be a player that has a low advance rate. I don't know how effective he's going to be in the regular season in fantasy, but for the playoffs, he plays the Jets, the Saints, and the Raiders, all in domes. And those are probably like the 3 easiest games of the Cardinals' schedule. So I think they're going to want to show him off at the end of the year and prove he wasn't a bad pick, because it might be feeling like that. And I think he really could just be the low-owned guy that just smashes in the playoffs. So yeah, it is a happy birthday with this start, man. Like, if y'all saw my stream last night, I got a really, really fun start. And today, also getting a really fun start. Jeremiah Love is the 3rd highest paid running back in the NFL. They have to be giving him a healthy workload. Yeah, dude, that's pretty crazy to think about. And when you think about the money involved, it really makes sense why teams don't like the idea of taking the elite running back that high in drafts, just because like it's literally expensive. And when you look at like positional value compared to other positions, it's a lot of money invested into like an unproven guy. But Arizona, they don't have a quarterback right now. They got some money to spare. Gain Jeremiah Love, clearly an investment in the long run and hoping just to get some asses in some seats, I think. Get someone exciting that the fans can be happy about. And we're seeing running backs go. So seeing all these running backs go right here makes me feel even better about taking Love. And just Jeremiah Love in the third, man, like he was the third overall pick in the draft. That's pretty good. Okay, Tet goes. I would have loved Tetero McMillan right there. But I'm going to take Terry McLaurin as my second receiver. Feels good. And in full point PPR too, like he really can just get like 8 catches a game this year. I would not be surprised. Now, would I be looking at another receiver or another running back is the question. We'll see. Adams, JMO, both off the board. Would have loved either of those guys. I think Mike Evans is the pick if he's there. DJ Moore goes. If not, it's probably just David Montgomery because I think he's the best player available. Okay, Mike Evans goes. That's unfortunate. Now, I don't think Christian Watson's worth taking here or any other receiver. I like David Montgomery the most. So I'm going to take him. And now maybe if Jeremiah Love does start out a little slow, maybe if Achane is a little inconsistent being on the Dolphins, then having David Montgomery to help balance that early on can really be good for this team. And when I have Jamar Chase, I'm a little more comfortable pushing receiver a bit. But I have to remember, this is full point PPR. This is DraftKings. And this year, the receivers just seem to be going pretty quick. Whereas I feel like in years past on DraftKings, the running backs were the position that really dried up. But receivers this year, man, it starts to feel really thin later on. And hey, if y'all could do me a favor, go down for me, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. We're out here streaming every single day, every day of the week. Not always the same time, but we out here streaming, man. Having a good time doing it, catching these plus EV drafts. And we've been drafting some good teams on stream, man. Been drafting some really good teams on stream. Some duds as well, not gonna lie, but this guy right here does take Burrow. Oh, it's Christos. But he has Chase Brown. Don't mind that. Chase Brown catches a lot of passes. And Burrow, one thing about these DK lobbies is you do get a 3-point bonus for 300 yards passing or 100 yards rushing and receiving. Hey, yo, what's up, Eric? How we doing? Oh, dang. You didn't even know we were hopping in the DK. Well, there you go. Worked out well. And comes in and hits that like button for us, bro. That's what we're talking about. Eric is a real one. And yeah, I recognize your name, though. I shouted you out. And we do have Libra in here, too. I don't think I recognized Libra's name at first either. But yeah, Libra's in here also. So 3 guys from the chat in a row. And they're liking their quarterbacks right now, too. Cardinal Tate 67 is a pretty fun value. Tyler Warren is still here at 70. Jadarian Price off the board. Marvin Harrison. Man, Tyler Warren's still here. But I'm taking Jaden Daniels. I'm taking the elite quarterback with Terry McLaurin. This guy can have Tyler Warren. I don't want to pass him up. And now with this pick, I think I need a receiver. I don't think I can afford any other position. And it does not feel great, I'll be honest. I don't know. Do I even take a receiver? Like, they don't even feel good at this pick. I could double up with my next round pick. DK is interesting, but man, even DK gets taken. That's the thing. I don't think there's any quarterback or any receivers we're taking. So fuck it. I'm gonna take Jalen Hurts. I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna double up with the elite quarterbacks. And then hopefully Jamar Chase and Terry McLaurin can just carry me a little bit. And we can get some PPR scammy type of guys later in this draft, maybe. I do feel really good at running back. I feel really good at quarterback now. And I'm also going to be done at 2 quarterbacks. But, man, looking at these receivers, like, which of these guys are really worth taking with that pick over Jalen Hurts? Let me just try it out. We're trying to win $3 million with this draft. So we can try getting a little weird, getting a little funky out here. All right. Bunch of running backs off the board after Jaylen Warren, Ramondre Stevenson, RJ Harvey. Tucker Kraft is falling a ton in this draft too, which is interesting. He goes a little higher on DraftKings, it seems. Michael Wilson, Chris Godwin. Don't want to see the receivers off the board. Chris Godwin probably would have been the receiver that I pulled up, if anyone. But taking Chris Godwin at 75 doesn't feel so great when I can get other PPR scammy type of receivers a little later. And Jalen Hurts just has the elite rushing ceiling. Even unstacked is totally fine. Okay, Trevor Lawrence, Justin Herbert. I do want to see more quarterbacks go off the board because I am definitely done with the 2 that I have. And I don't think I have a choice. I think I have to get 2 receivers with my next 2 picks. Man, these 30-second clocks sometimes, dude. These 30-second clocks feel like forever sometimes. So for all y'all in here, I appreciate the quick clicks. You know, gotten used to, it took a minute to get used to the 20-second clocks on Underdog. But now that I am, 30 seconds on DraftKings feels so slow. And there we go. People in the chat, they're making their picks quick out here. Although I don't love seeing Mekhi Lemon go because Mekhi Lemon is who I really wanted with my next pick to stack with Hurts. I think that would have been really nice right there. Michael Pittman, come on down. Not going to think twice. Y'all know I like Michael Pittman. And I desperately need receiver. I'm just going to stay on this tab too. Not looking at quarterback, not looking at a running back or tight end here. Who would I want at receiver, though? We have Josh Downs. He's off the board. Jordan Addison, Ricky Pearsall, Wan'Dale Robinson. I mean, Addison's probably the best player. Ricky Pearsall has some upside. Wan'Dale's a PPR scam, which is nice, but I think we just need to go with the best player. Let's go with Addison. We do already have a week 6 bye with Jamar Chase, but we need the ceiling play, I think, as our 4th receiver. So I'm going to go ahead and lock that in. How do you feel about Kraft versus Kittle with both returning from injuries? Kraft going 3 to 4 rounds ahead. I mean, Kraft got injured a lot earlier. That's the biggest difference. Kraft got injured like week, 8, 9 last year? Something like that. Maybe 7. But George Kittle, he got injured like December or January. It was one of those, but a lot later. And then Achilles, not great. George Kittle's a lot older. And Tucker Kraft, before he got injured, he just looked so dang good last year, man. I had a ton of Kraft, but honestly, I don't really draft much of either of them. I don't draft a lot of Tucker Kraft, pretty much just because of where he's going. Like in this round 7, I'm not really looking at a Tucker Kraft at tight end when I can get like Laporta and Pitts usually 2 rounds later. It just feels way better to get these guys at a better price, and then trying to get like pretty much any other position, receiver, running back, or quarterback, where Kraft usually goes. So I like the player, but where he goes in drafts, I don't really love. And Kittle, he's just like goes off the board right here. He's just old. Like he's 33, I think. Phenomenal player. Dealt with some soft tissue injuries last year as well. I don't know. He could be ready week 1, but is he going to be himself? I'm not sure. No Cat Mac, how we doing? Having a beautiful, beautiful Sunday, man. And yeah, once you get used to those 20-second clocks, the 30 seconds, yeah, they feel like forever. Fair take on Kraft. Do you think Kraft has the upside to get the number 1 target on his team, though, whereas Pitts and Laporta don't? Very true. That is true, but Tucker Kraft last year, he was great, but he was also hyper efficient. Okay, I'm back up on the clock. Ah, man, this does not feel good at receiver. Tight end does not feel great either. Let's just take Kelsey. I don't have any tight ends yet. Let's just take one who can just help get us some points. None of the receivers really feel like they're worth taking right here, or 2 of them. Running backs, I don't know if I want any of these guys right here on this team specifically. So let's take our first tight end in Kelsey. Although I just realized maybe I could have taken Goddard instead for a stack with Hurts. I still can. Receiver, Romeo Doubs, Khalil Shakir, Jalen Coker. Let's try it, dude. I don't do this often. Let's try it out. Let's get Dallas Goedert. Go 2 tight ends. Now, if I want, I could even stop at 2. Kelsey Goddard, I feel comfortable stopping at 2 if I need to, or get a third late. I probably will get a third because I'm done at 2 quarterbacks. And let's just try and push the receivers a little bit. Romeo Doubs has just been getting like pretty inconsistent reports in camps. And I don't know how I feel about him, man. Happy birthday. Appreciate it, man. Birthday was in April, but appreciate it. Pick 11, 3 straight quarterbacks. Guess you'll keep pushing. Damn, that sucks. When you're at the 12 hole, and yeah, quarterbacks just get taken right in front of you, you can get boxed out pretty good, but at least you have Burrow right here. So having Burrow feels pretty good. Kraft is very good and reliable, in my opinion. The design plays for him, and kind of see him as a generation's Kittle. If Green Bay throws the ball more this year, I think he could have massive upside. I completely agree. Like, Kraft as a player is phenomenal. I don't know. Has he gotten paid yet, too? I'm not sure. I don't remember if Kraft has gotten paid yet. But yeah, I really like him as a talent, and I think he's great. Just feels a little expensive with the other guys going around him. Andrew doing a near full 49ers fade because of the few drafts, and when CMC falls to 8 pick or lower. They had the easiest schedule in the NFL last year, and this year they have one of the worst. Yeah, last year at the same time, they were also riddled with injuries. So I think if they're healthy, then they're going to be good values. But yeah, easy schedule last year. One of the reasons I really like the Lions this year, but I think that helped their defense more than their offense. And their offense just had a ton of injuries last year. Pretty much everyone except CMC got injured, which is usually the outlier. Malik Willis off the board. We're seeing receivers go, which I don't love. Would like to see more tight ends go. Ferguson and Strange both off the board. Zach Charbonnet goes. Man, that's expensive. Okay, Omar Cooper, perfect. I was hoping Rashid Shaheed came back to me when I passed on a receiver with my last pick. He does. Makes me feel a lot better about taking Goddard now. And I might even like consider Chig. Okay, never mind. He gets taken. Let's look at running backs. They start to feel pretty thin. Receivers don't look so great either. Tight ends. Mark Andrews is at 147. Okay, he gets taken. I probably would have had to take Mark Andrews. But I'm going to take Woody Marks. Let's just get another running back on this team. I don't want to neglect that position. We have 4 now. Achane, Jeremiah Love, David Montgomery, Woody Marks. I actually forgot I had David Montgomery. So we do have double Houston running backs, but honestly, there's a few backfields I'm fine with taking teammates of. Houston, I think is okay to do that. It's okay to handcuff them. Don't think Kraft has gotten paid. Yeah, he needs to get paid, man. And I think they definitely will. But who's to say, so they can stay healthier with a tougher schedule, they actually sent a complaint into the league about it? That seems like a very 49ers thing to do. But I don't know, man. You never know. You never know how things are going to turn out, how injuries are going to happen. It's always a big mystery, really. Now, Stroud at 150, man. Pretty nice price right there. Seen some quarterbacks fall in this draft, but I'm still pretty happy with my 2. And I think with how this draft has turned out, getting Hurts and Jaden Daniels does work out pretty well. I think where I took Kelsey and Goddard too, I think it still works. And our receivers do feel a little thin, but it's still a pretty good room, especially when I have Chase. Jamar Chase, Terry McLaurin, Jordan Addison, Rashid Shaheed, and Michael Pittman. I still like those 5. Like, I like the players a lot. So I think it's coming together. We definitely still need more receivers. Could even take 9 on this team if I want to. Probably looking at 2, maybe like a 2-6-9-3. Could definitely do that. Or 2-7-8-3. One of those. We'll see what we can do at running back and receiver and just take what the board gives us, as we like to do so much. But for everyone watching, if y'all could do me a favor, go down, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. I would really appreciate it. This is our 3rd draft of the live stream. We started with the Chihuahua, then hit up an Eliminator, now bounce on over to DraftKings. Just all over the place today, but having fun doing it. Copy paste, likes Michael Pittman. Smash where he goes. Only way he doesn't pay off his injury. I really like Michael Pittman too. And like pick 94, full point PPR. Like he was a smash last year before Daniel Jones got injured. Similar to all the Colts guys. They're paying him like $28 million or something. Okay, let me look at receiver real quick, and it's kind of wiped out. Do I try and push it? I don't know if I want to push it at receiver, so I'm going to play it safe and take Debo. I was really considering taking Hunter Henry, but there's a lot of tight ends. I'm only taking one more. I don't want to completely fumble the bag at receiver. And we see a couple go, so I am happy I took Debo, even though we miss out on Hunter Henry. I don't think it's necessary for that team. I'm considering another one right here. Like the rest of the receivers in this draft feel awful. Running backs, I still only have 4, right? Yeah, that's tough. Tight ends. Let's take a running back, actually. Give me Brian Robinson. Took my whole clock with that one. I'm such a hypocrite, but let me take my 5th running back. Let me do that. I think I might be looking at 7 running backs on this team and 8 receivers. When I get Debo as my 6 and I still have Chase as my 1, I think it feels pretty good. Copy paste of saying Antonio, Williams, and Wicks. Yeah, I could have considered him, but with the receiver room that I have, I think Debo fits it a lot better. And I am pretty firmly Debo over Antonio Williams. I was considering pulling up Jerry Judy, but I don't think it's necessary. And I wanna take a running back that I think has some upside. So I went with Brian Robinson. I am Tank Bigsby over Brian Robinson, but he got taken right before me. And now I'm going to hope a tight end that I like can still come back to me. Terrence Ferguson gets taken, Gunnar Helm off the board, Dulcich off the board. I passed on Henry to take Debo, and I don't regret it. I'd rather just know that I have Debo on my team, if I'm being honest. Hawkinson still on the board. Barner still on the board. I like these guys. Pat Fryermuth is still here too. So there are a lot of options at tight end still. Although this guy coming up next only has 1, and the guy before us only has 1. Although he does have Bowers. Crucial. What are we doing? Takes the falling Hawkinson and got the falling Kamara too. So pretty nice values there. He also has Kyler. And then got Juwan Jennings and Hawkinson to fall. Pretty fun right there. Started with Jefferson too. Yo, Crucial's got a kind of a fun team. Similar to mine, like a hero wide receiver-ish build. And we are 2 picks away. I think everyone knows who I would want right here. And if we get him, I will be very happy about pushing Hunter Henry. Come on now. These 30-second clocks, man, keep you on your toes. Kate Otten goes perfect. I wanted AJ Barner. Honestly, in a vacuum, if I had one draft, I'm taking Barner over Hunter Henry. I am. So passing on Hunter Henry for Debo and then getting Barner at 190. Yeah, I like that a ton. And now we're going to take Dontavian Wicks right here as our wide receiver 7 with another stack for Jalen Hurts. So now I'm really happy that I took Brian Robinson in the last round as well, because I couldn't afford a running back right here. And we see guys like Katron Allen, Emmett Johnson, Ray Davis, Jaden Blue all go around me. So I am happy with that Brian Robinson pick too. So think I'm making the right decisions at the end of this draft and landing this plane nicely. Yo, what's up, Levernucky? How we doing with the GMs? We're just out here crushing this draft, man. And this, like, you know what? For a DraftKings draft, this one's actually going pretty quick, which is nice. Because these DK drafts can definitely drag sometimes, but this one's going pretty quick. And I know the people in the chat who are in this are definitely helping that, which we appreciate big time. All right, I want to see all the tight ends off the board now. Gesicki, Freiermuth, let him go. Give me the running backs. David Njoku, gone. I think I'm looking at 7 running backs, 8 receivers. I don't know if I need 9 receivers when I have Ja'Marr Chase. My running backs, Devon Achane, Jeremiah Love, David Montgomery, those 3 are really strong. We also have Woody Marks, Little Handcuff, and then Brian Robinson. Fun click. Brandon Ayuk. Can we draft him? Don't know. Did Kalen Black go? He did. Interesting. Marshawn Lloyd off the board. Mike Washington. Kayshon Boutte's a fun pick as well. He gets taken. Let's look at these receivers because I am looking at one more. And we can kind of take whoever we want. I'm not going to be looking for a stack with Daniels or Hurts. We could look at a possible bring back or just a spike week guy. There's a lot of options, but I think I'm going to look at another running back first. Ted Hurst goes. I'll take Justice Hill. Just a guy who can give me some points. I would be happy with that. Is Nick Chubb still on the Texans? Says he is. Okay, I'm taking Justice Hill. And now, do I want to take my last running back now, or do I want to take my choice of receiver? I think I'd probably choose my receiver. Okay, Chris Bell goes. Malachi Fields off the board. Christian Kirk would be a little San Francisco backstack, but who knows if he's even going to be playing in week 17. I mean, y'all have seen me take Pat Bryant a lot. I think full point PPR, Pat Bryant's even more valuable. I've been wanting to take a little more Tyquan Thornton. But let's just keep the theme consistent today. Let's take Patty B. And I feel pretty confident stopping at 8 receivers now. My receivers, I pushed it, but I think we landed the plane. We have Ja'Marr Chase, Terry McLaurin holding it down. And then we have Michael Pittman, Jordan Addison, Rashid Shaheed, Deebo Samuel, Dontavian Wicks, and Pat Bryant. I think that's deep enough right there. I think that's a deep enough receiver room. And then running backs, we have 6. Devon Achane, Jeremiah Love, David Montgomery, 3 really strong starters. And then Rashid Shaheed, Woody Marks, Brian Robinson, Justice Hill holding down the back half. Feels pretty strong. Now, I'm interested in taking Jordan James as just a San Francisco piece. Not many other running backs are really appealing, I'll be honest. Let's look at receivers just in case. Because if there's not a running back worth taking, I'm not going to force it. There are some fun clicks down here that don't get drafted much at all. Might have to start scrolling down more on DraftKings sometimes. Because I'm not nearly as familiar with this board as I am with Underdog. But there's some fun clicks a little later. All right, Jordan James does go. That's unfortunate. Man, is this a George Halani ass team? Could be a James Conner team. Ty Johnson's kind of fun. But do I just go with wide receiver 9? Maybe. I don't think anyone's worth taking, though. No, wide receivers are pretty gross, too. This is disgusting. Sure, dude. Let's take George Halani. He catches passes. It's full point PPR. Maybe he's a little scam guy for us. Sure, that's the story we'll tell. It's round 20. Who cares? Pretty much. Now, we just finished our third draft. If y'all could go down, hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. Bro, one more for the fast big dog. Yo, if I did big dog roulette, it would actually hit right now. I've done it twice today, though, so I'm not doing it. And he's saying you need one for the fast big dog. Dude, I'm not doing it right now. No, we did our big dog roulette. Those are the rules. No, it's not big dog roulette time. We have done it twice already. Twice. We did it twice. And we were waiting for 3 on the second time we did it, which was kind of scary, man. Chicken. Dude, I'm not chicken. It's not even big dog roulette if I know there's waiting for 1. Like, that takes the excitement away from it. Then I'm just joining a big dog. And I'm not doing that right now. Y'all know the rules. It's big dog roulette. Okay, that's how we do it around here. Now let's review this DraftKings team. We have a 2-7-8-3. Jaden Daniels, Jalen Hurts at quarterback feels really strong. 7 running backs: Devon Achane, Jeremiah Love, David Montgomery, Woody Marks, couple teammates, Brian Robinson, Justice Hill, and George Halani. Some pass catching running backs to finish it off. Feels pretty strong too. 8 receivers: Jamar Chase, Terry McLaurin, Michael Pittman, Jordan Addison, Rashid Shaheed, Deebo Samuel, Dontavian Wicks, and Pat Bryant. Started off pretty thin, but definitely landed the plane. And then 3 tight ends: Travis Kelce, Dallas Goedert, and AJ Barner. It feels really strong there. Bye weeks are pretty spread out. I like how that team turned out. It's still Russian roulette, even if you pulled the trigger 5 times. I don't know, man. We've already done big dog roulette twice today. That's it's getting a little greedy, especially when we know if they're waiting for 1. You know they're waiting for 1, then it's not even big dog roulette at that point. You know, did it twice today. I don't know. Maybe we'll take a little peek. We'll take a little peek at what the big dog looks like. Let's see what's going on in these big dog streets. The big dog. Oh, it's right here. We could enter it. Snap fill it right now. I can't do it today. We're 405 current entrants. I mean, there's still a lot of time left in this tournament. Do we really want to blow our load already and ruin the game of big dog roulette? What's the fun in that? You know, because I'm not doing it again. And Carve Muffin saying 10 out of 12 now. I think you're just trying to tempt me into pulling the trigger right now on this big dog. Meanwhile, it's actually 11 out of 12. Ain't gonna snap fill. Not gonna do it. Not falling for it. We'll have to try again tomorrow. Okay, we'll have to try again tomorrow. You can always tell by dividing the current entrance by 12. If it ends up 0.92, you're 1 player from filling. Not actually, because there's also slow drafts. And if people are waiting in a slow draft lobby, that still counts towards the number of entrants. So it might not actually be accurate. And with the reserve lobbies now, you never really know. But hey, come back tomorrow. We'll try again. Until then, I love you. Joy is beautiful. And we are going to end this stream. Happy Sunday.
Hey, damn it. Hey, down. Hey, boy.
Yo. Oh, oh, dude, I just fell off my stool too. Yo, what a way to end this stream. Okay.